Welcome to another edition of The Wrap. Now, we are going to be talking today about the Australian movie Bring Her Back. And oddly, this is a non-spoiler review, so this is a non-spoiler review. And if you want more content from this channel, please subscribe or ring the... And if you want more content from this channel, please subscribe or ring the bell. So, it's a movie about two children, Andy and his visually impaired sister, who go into a foster home with a very eccentric and kind on the outside, but creepy mother. And I'm going to say from the start, they do a really good job of building her character up. Like, the mother it's just a really good arc. And of course, to add to the creep of this movie, there is another foster child there who naturally is mute. Yeah, there's just something, just a feel throughout this whole movie of something is off, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Or you try and put it on certain things, but you're like, it could be that, it could be this. If you try and think about it too much, obviously, as the movie goes on, that becomes a bit more apparent, but they don't spoon feed you too much, so it's just, there's something off about this picture. And this is described as a supernatural horror movie, and yes, I would absolutely say it's a horror film. I mean, if I was to put it in a section, if there was still a physical store, or if I were to put it in a section on Netflix or whatever it is, I would put it in horror. But it has a lot more to it than that. It doesn't do it justice. It's got a psychological side, it's got a thriller, there's a lot of mystery to this. So you can't box it into one thing, and that's nice that you can't box it into one thing, but overall, yeah, it's fair, supernatural horror, it is fair. And when we look at the themes of this movie, so dealing with grief and not moving on, things like that, as a horror, I'm just going to say horror as an umbrella term, it's not something that you're going to look at and be like, ha, we can turn that on, that'll be a laugh, because sometimes, you do get that with a lot of horror films, and that's why people watch them. This isn't that at all. It's got, yeah, it can be very draining, I would say, this film. I mean, I suppose that depends how you interpret it, because everybody watches things differently. But I would say it's more likely to be a draining experience, and just because it's very all-consuming, this movie, especially the first time that you watch it. I haven't watched it a second time, but obviously, once you know where it's going, it can't have the same impact. But yeah, no, not one that's going to be laugh out loud, that's going to be, dumb, that you just flick on and go, oh, it's Halloween, let's flick on a dumb horror movie. Nope. And with the feel of this, it does, the tension, the suspense, everything, it just builds up and up and up and up and up. And as I said earlier, about putting your finger on what's just feeling off, a little bit easier as you go along, but they still keep that there, and it just keeps becoming more tense. And it's like, I mean, the burn rate, the slow burn of how it just all builds up as the movie comes to its crescendo especially, it's a really nice pace. So the movie does a really good job of building up and up and up and up. The suspense, the tension, it keeps being ratcheted up. Not quite frogging the boiling pot, because you will notice it. Like, it's not going to be smack bang in your face that, oh, this is becoming more tense, becoming everything, which it shouldn't be, to be honest. But it's just, it's there. So you're aware it's going on, but yeah, it's in the background, but just about visible to you if you're just like, yeah, I can see that going on. And there are some things that will make you cringe and just make you want to look away. But again, with a movie where it's going to be a bit draining and it's going to be a ride, you do want that. And I will add as well that for $15 million, it's very, very, very visually good. Like, the cinematography is excellent. Like, that is definitely top marks on that. They did a really good job on it. And that is a really low budget for a movie generally. I mean, it had a very small cast, which I actually think was a very good thing, because it wasn't too bloated. Sometimes, I mean, there was no danger it was going to be a bloated cast with $15 million, even if they scaled back the points on the cinematography. But they put it all into that, and they said, right, we're going to get as much out of the characters that we've got. We're going to build them up as much as possible, focus in on them, and let the story speak for itself. It worked. They didn't need more people in this. This did not need to be busier than it was. So they got the balance right. And just generally, I'd say the fact that they didn't spoon feed the audience, like, there's a lot left up for interpretation, or your interpretation, as well as you trying to figure it out. And actually, I reviewed Sinners not too long ago. I think this does it more than Sinners, but I really reviewed that positively, because, oh, there's elements of it where you could think, oh, this suggests this thing, like this person might be from, in the case of Sinners, oh, they might be thousands of years old because they're a vampire, right? But it doesn't explicitly say that's because of a coin that we see. And there's stuff in this movie where no monetary policy involved, but it's like, oh, okay, it could be this, or we could think this, or maybe it was this, I think it was this. And I like that, rather than going, oh, actually, here you go, here's the spoon, here we go, there we go, that's what it is. That's nice, and it's quite refreshing. And on that note, the end is super, super, super tense. and it is well worth getting there. It's when I think of tense endings, I always actually think of the original Joker film, not Joker 2, and the TV studio at the end when it's just, or the TV show at the end when the event happens, the big murder. I'm not saying there's a big murder in this, by the way, but it's the build up and up and up and up, and the tension at the end is just, it's the biggest that it is, so it really does build to a crescendo, does a great job, but again, it's very draining. So, on that note, did you enjoy this film? Maybe you just thought, not really my thing, or maybe you thought, hey, it's actually a horror film that doesn't make me want to just belly laugh, so it's actually quite a nice change for once. Anyway, please let me know, please comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff, and until next time, thank you very much, I'll see you later.